Hello. Oh, do I have? Oh. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. Can you hear me okay? I just realized I don't have my microphone plugged in. I almost forgot to bring the other shirt. Look at this sewing room. She's a mess. I've been embroidering all day. Can you hear me okay? Okay, perfect. Thank you, Sue. Look at this, y'all. I'm starting to wear my natural curl, and it is both curlier and more of a mess than I ever imagined. But thank you so much for showing up. Say hi when you get here. I lost my shirt, so not this one, but the other one. So that's why we're a little frazzled, running a little late. Say hello when you get here. I'd love to know who else here. We have Sue, we have Francie Joe, we have Deb. Hello, Deb. Let me get a pinned. I am so excited. Hello, Barbara. I am so excited for this because I think this is going to turn into a series because all day I just kept thinking, oh, what's the next thing we should do? Like, what's the next? I should include this. I should include that. So I think we'll make this a series and do 3 of these embroideries whenever it comes back up again, maybe monthly, bi-monthly, somewhere around there. I'm getting a pinned comment. Beautiful. Teresa's here. All right, y'all. Let's get ready to rumble. It wasn't very good, but I did it. So, how y'all doing? How's everybody doing? I'm going to do my usual song and dance for a couple minutes to, give some people time to get here. So we're going to song and dance for a minute. So how are you? How are you doing? Any news to share? I would love to hear it. Oh, y'all, there were some surprising results today, I got to tell you. There are some surprising results in here. I realize it's not before and after. That was the way I had it written was before and after, but that's not really it. This is versus. This is a full-on stabilizer battle to the death. Which stabilizer is going to do better in this scenario? So it's not before and after. I have to remake this title card. Hello, Orlando. How are you? How you doing? How's New York? I am really itching to get back to New York. Central New York, but still. My best friend lives there, so. It is a battle to the death. This is full-on celebrity death match for anybody who remembers that. Royal Rumble, Stabilizer Mania, whatever hits for you, that's what this is. 2 stabilizers enter. I should dress like Tina Turner next time. Should just dress like Tina Turner every time, all the times. Oh, I want to come back. I want to come back. Oh gosh, I really do. Yeah, so Tina Turner costume next time, and this will be Thunderdome. This will be Thunderdome. Look at these curls, though. Can you believe that this is my natural? I'm trying to do the whole curly girl method, so I have to wait for, like, look, some of it's just straight. Some of it's like ringlets. We're on a journey together, everybody. We're on a journey. This is just straight. Okay. This is like second day hair, though. Okay, I'll stop doing my hair in the monitor. Maybe. Delina, you made it. You made it. You made it. I am so excited. I think this is a good one to have made it to, personally. I think this is going to be very fun. Okay. Let's do this. Say hi when you get here. I see some more people have joined. Oh no, that's worse. Okay. We're going to go like this and we're going to stop touching it. Look at this sewing room. Oh. Can you tell that I have been sewing all day? I meant to clean this up, but this is just real life sewing room. Real life, baby. Real life. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I'll just block that out with my body. Okay. Say hi when you get here, even if you're watching in replay. Hello. I say that often so that people know it really is okay to say hi. You can even just say hi. This is Stabilizer Battle to the Death. We are going to start with the towels. We're going to move to the quilt blocks. And then we are going to go to t-shirts. Oh, hi, Millie. How are you? Good to see you, Millie. I'm so excited you're here. So let's start. Let's do this. This is going to be a series. I will, if you have ones that you want to see, put them in the comments, put them in the Facebook group, on the YouTube link, wherever. Okay? Let me know. I'm going to find a way for it to be really easy for you to submit the ones that you want for Stabilizer Mania. I'm going to make a Stabilizer Mania logo. I will dress like Tina Turner or Ric Flair next time. Either way. Ta-da! Okay, so these are really cute. We're going to start with the towels. I have 3 towels here. Okay, let me show you. 1. This is a red-orange lipstick. Okay. 2, we have our cute little pink lipstick. Beautiful. And 3. I want that to focus a little better, but it doesn't look like it wants to, huh? It doesn't want to focus any better. Okay, it won't focus on that one. That one's our red lipstick, I think. Yes. Beautiful. These lipsticks look the same. They're not. Oh, they don't look, they look pretty different there. So with our, do you have any that you prefer right off the bat? There will be a blog post for this. There will also be, I don't know if there will be a formal YouTube video or if I'm going to just cut this down. But Stabilizer Mania will go the distance. 3 was your preferred one? 3? So I did cutaway. I did tearaway. And I did Ultra Clean and Tear, which is an OESD specific product. Ultra Clean and Tear. Okay. These were all sticky stabilizers. So Ultra Clean and Tear Plus. Stable Stick. I'm trying to use, I can normally use my chest as a shelf. Maybe if we bring this down a little more. There we go. It's robust enough to be a shelf, so. All right. And then this one is cutaway. So there we go. Now, if you are, for anybody who's been around Tough Kitten Crafts quite a bit, you know that I'm partial to cutaway. I was ready to not like the tearaway once it went through the washer. These have actually been washed. I washed them. Oh no, I didn't wash them before. I didn't wash them pre-embroidery, but I did wash them post-embroidery. Okay, so let's do it. This is why it'll be a blog post, because I think it'll be less confusing, right? To be able to scroll through and see. Cutaway, my baby. I love Cutaway. It was easy to hoop, easy to embroider on. But let's look at the real meat of it, shall we? Let's look at the back. So this is it. I came back in when I first did this, I just cut a circle and then I laundered it. And then I was like, that's a little ridiculous. We don't want that much stabilizer on the back. So I came in and cut away a little bit more. I could maybe get a little more daring there, but I didn't think that the terry cloth could handle it. I was worried about snipping the terry cloth and causing a run. These are Target washcloths. These are the like $2 kinds from Room Essentials. They are not the most durable things in the world. They run really easy, which we'll talk about on tearaway. But here we go. Cutaway. Love it. Looks great. Still looks incredible. Right? Oof. How cute is that lipstick too? Excuse me. It's adorable. So I loved Cutaway. I loved it. Oh, question people had about this, and because this is part of it, the stabilizer on the back, not irritating at all. If somebody, if you did use this, I was thinking to remove your makeup, and this part got on your skin, it would not be a problem. And I have really sensitive skin. I spent part of my day doing this. It's softened up a little bit. It's no problem at all. So there we go. Cutaway. Cutaway. Liked it. Had a great time. I love my Cutaway. I never mind seeing the stabilizer on the back. Some people really do. It really bugs some people. It doesn't bug me. Next, we have Stable Stick Tearaway. Okay. Let's take a look at her. You can see, let me double check that I'm not seeing things. No, I think that's just, I can't tell if it's just the towel where like this cupping is happening that's not happening over here, or if that's stabilizer related. But we do have right here our tearaway. I noticed, oh no. I used Stitch H2O on top of all of these. I used, the thread colors changed a little bit between designs, but I used the same everything except for stabilizer. And now let's look at the back of tearaway. I'm never that impressed with tearaway. I guess it's part of my brand to kind of smack talk tearaway. I didn't like it. This is actually the third one I did, and it lost. I shouldn't have said it lost, but it did. This right here, I was not in love with this tearaway. It was fine to hoop. It embroidered fine. I even think it looks fine. I don't think that there's an issue there, but I wanted to see how it'd launder because my terry cloth started to, oh, there we go. On the back, my terry cloth started to run when I was pulling away the tearaway, and that didn't happen on the cutaway. So I don't know if it was just that this towel was looped worse or made worse. You can see I didn't pull away all the tearaway, and after being laundered, it didn't disappear. It's still there. I don't know that this would wash away entirely. I don't know how long that would take. I could do that test, actually. Put it in the next few loads of laundry and see. But I felt like the adhesive stuck so much more. I don't know if that's a thing. One second. I don't know if that's a thing, but I gave up pulling it away. I thought that once it laundered, maybe the adhesive would kind of wash away and I'd have an easier time. I gotta do this up here. I'd have an easier time pulling it away now. It is easier to pull away now that the adhesive has been laundered off of it. I was not impressed. That's all there is to it. Oh, I think I'm pulling stitches. Yeah, this was not my favorite. Stable Stick Tearaway in this instance, not my favorite. Just not. They smell good. I put these in the laundry. I wanted to be able to see that. So these were washed on hot water. Same way I wash all my face towels and makeup remover wipes. Hot water, tumble dry low, with fabric softener and regular detergent, and then some vinegar to help with any mustiness or anything like that. So far, cutaway. And last but not least, we have Ultra Clean and Tear. By the way, if you want any of these stabilizers, want to look into them more, in the description, I talk about these. I have links to these stabilizers. Yeah, I have links to all of them. And these cute designs. This is Tiny Treasures. I love it. I love it. Oh, so cute. So this one, this is Ultra Clean and Tear. That is specifically an OESD product. It's classified as a medium weight tearaway, which is the same as Stable Stick, medium weight tearaway. But Ultra Clean and Tear is made to tear away cleanly and to wash away. So looking at the front, and you can't really tell, but there is a little bit of buckling. Like the bottom of the lipstick is kind of buckling this way, the top of the lipstick coming up and around. Oh, you can see it a little better there. That's what it actually looks like. Kind of a little bit of buckling, but look at the back. I did all black, almost all black bobbin thread. It's so hard for me to remember to change bobbin thread, but it doesn't matter. This is black bobbin thread and white bobbin thread. This is all white bobbin thread. This is black on the black and then white everywhere else. It doesn't matter. It all stayed to the back and looks really nice even after washing. So the back of Ultra Clean and Tear is the game changer for me. Look how good it looks. I tore it away so that there was still Ultra Clean and Tear in these little nooks and crannies all around. And it all washed away. So the stitches, they feel really nice. On the back, I keep dropping these. I'm gonna set them there. They feel really good on your skin. No bother at all, front or back. Isn't it so nice and clean? Okay, so Ultra Clean and Tear won it for me. This is called Ultra Clean and Tear Plus. I know, Orlando, I have the link for you, my friend. This won it for me. I swore the cutaway. And you know I'm always preaching about the fact that get over it, that there's stabilizer on the back, but maybe don't get over it. So good. There is a design difference from the front of this one and the front of this one. This still looks perfect. This does not look perfect. There is a little bit of movement happening, and it gets, oh gosh, I wish I could keep those in my hands. It gets worse when we move the towel around and stuff, but it doesn't freaking matter. Even at the worst it still looks good. Not bothered at all. Not bothered at all. Maybe if you purely wanted them to be decorative, go with the cutaway. That way they look great after washing. They just sit there and look awesome. But as a gift, I give these washcloths as a gift with makeup remover wipes, a little dop kit, a headband. It's a really cute gift. So exactly. And Sue, can you clarify your question? Which part is any of which part? Orlando said, I use regular tearaway, but I'm not crazy about the bits and pieces of stabilizer it leaves behind. This isn't, I did not realize this. This was something that came to me that I learned with stabilizer school, which is really cool, is that regular tearaway is going to leave those bits and pieces behind like Orlando is talking about. And this ultra clean and tear is made to wash away cleanly. So ultra clean and tear comes in ultra clean and tear, which is regular stabilizer. Like I said, a medium weight tearaway. Ultra clean and tear plus, which is sticky stabilizer. And then ultra clean and tear fusible, which we are going to talk about right now. The difference in the quality of the end result because of those two towels. So what Sue is asking is the difference in quality of the end result between these two towels related to the towel or the embroidery file or the stabilizer? It's related to the stabilizer. It could be the towel. If it were this towel, which I had a lot of difficulty with it unraveling, remember, then I would be a little more like, it might just be the towel. That's why I like cutaway, is because cutaway is, because it stays with your project, it's going to keep it looking perfect always. It's always going to keep it looking perfect. So that's why I tend to go for a cutaway. Hello, Jenna. How are you? So that's why I tend to go for a cutaway, is because it will stay with it, keep it looking nice. This little bit of buckling is just because there's nothing supporting it there anymore. But it doesn't matter. It really, it doesn't matter. I mean, I would think even a perfectionist would not mind this, because I'm not a perfectionist. That's why I can't speak on that. But I think even a perfectionist wouldn't mind this, especially since the back looks so good. I love this design. Can you tell? I did all my different lipsticks. I want to make one. I thought about it too late. I want to make one that looks like this lipstick that I have, because it's the cutest lipstick. It looks like Barbie lipstick. Orlando knows my Trixie Mattel. So I want to make one that looks like this cute little pink lipstick I have. So anyway, I think I'll finish embroidering all of these. Maybe keep 3 for samples and 3 for my face. Maybe all of them for my face. I love them. Okay. So I saved. Hello, Eileen. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. For anybody else who's joining us right now, first off, happy St. Patrick's Day. Forgot to mention that. Let me know that you're here. Comment along. Can't wait. This is another one. I was like, this was so eye-opening for me. Maybe that's why I'm so excited about it. How pretty is this? So this is from a collection called Efflorescence. Hello, Tanisha. How are you, my dear? So this is from a collection called Efflorescence. I have a link in the description, link to all of this in the description. And I have a fun story that I'm going to tell really quick about this. I quit my job. This is story time. I quit my job at the quilt shop because it just wasn't working for me. And I went back to a hair salon, and I never thought I'd be back in hair. Didn't really want to be back in hair, but I was like, oh, well, this is my life now. I'm going to be a great hairstylist, and that's what I'm going to do. Or maybe I'll manage the salon and just do salon management forever. That's what I was doing when I came back over from when I started the quilt shop, is I left salon management. So I was like, okay, that's what I'll do. I'll just be happy here. Well, before I left the quilt shop, I had emailed Bernina and said, if there's ever any positions that I can do from afar, let me know. And they said, okay, send me your resume. And so I sent off the resume and never heard anything. So I'm working at the salon, enjoying it okay. It wasn't for me. I was pretty depressed at that time, actually. It was fine. I kept telling myself it was really fine. It wasn't that fine. When I got an email that said, thank you so much for joining the Bernina event team. I didn't think I did join the Bernina event team. They were like, here, you gotta get to training on this day if you can. Here's this information. Here's what we need from you. I sat on that email forever because I was like, I'm a hairstylist now. And then I had a really rough day at work, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna email them back. So I emailed them back in the nick of time, final days. I forgot that I had done that. It was like moments before like a day before they were gonna hire somebody else, I guess, or something, or just think that I move on without me. And I started the Bernina job. Got to training in the nick of time, all those things. And on the way to training, I started to panic. Like, what the heck am I doing? I can't do this job. Like, this is not for me. And I was listening to a book that was all spiritual and things like that. And they said, pick your sign from the universe that everything's going to be okay. And so I said, bumblebee. And then I was like, no, bumblebees are everywhere right now. So I'm going to choose the hummingbird. Got to training. The first thing we embroider is a bumblebee. Embroidered a bumblebee. Also really funny that it's embroidery. And I was like, yeah, but I didn't pick a bumblebee. So nice try, universe. I walked out into the, Bernina has this beautiful creative center. If you can ever go do classes there, go do classes there. I'm trying to keep this story moving, I swear. I walked out to the creative center. I was looking at all these embroidery designs. I picked one up off the wall, and it's one they were all OESD designs. So I knew it was an OESD design. I flipped it over, and what do I see but this hummingbird? And it was immediately after we had done the bumblebee. So I go, touche. And I didn't ever look back. So I forgot about that today until I was doing this hummingbird. And then I was like, oh, this is the hummingbird that told me that this was the job for me. So there's my little bit of a little sign from the universe that everything was going to be okay. So, and now I'm here teaching you about this hummingbird. Meta. Thank you, Tanisha. It's so hard to tell stories with ADHD. You got to really keep them moving. But so this is my hummingbird. Every time. Isn't the universe crazy? Hi, Susan, by the way. Isn't the universe crazy? Yesterday, so hummingbirds are my thing. I try not to have a ton of them in the house because I like them to be a special thing, but I decided to do these in hummingbirds. So here is my beautiful. This one is fusible woven and tearaway stabilizer, because with fusible woven, you still want to have a cutaway or a tearaway behind it. Okay. I have not removed my tearaways yet. I wanted to do that with you so you could see them pre-removal and then post-removal. Okay. And then I did these. I couldn't decide. You got to tell me which one you like. This one, can you see it that well? I'm trying. This one has like a darker pink on it. And this one has a lighter pink on it. And I couldn't decide, so I did one of each. But I think I like the darker pink is so bright and beautiful. It kind of changes. I can't really show you that color very well on here. It kind of changes the look of all the other colors. It makes all the other colors so much brighter. And then this lighter pink here keeps it also pastel. I love it. You like the darker one? I think I do too. So on this one, this was a mistake. This was supposed to be fusible poly mesh. Turns out I don't have fusible poly mesh. Or if I do, it is somewhere. Darker's winning. The darker one's winning. You can see just a little difference of this. I think my light's too bright. This one does look a little flat. I can see that for sure. There's a white in here, and I don't think it pops. Yeah, it's the same white. I don't think it pops until you put in that beautiful pink, right? Yeah, okay. This is also why you always do test stitching, right? Because if I had this on a quilt, I wouldn't have been sad about it. I would have loved it, but this is just, goodness, that's pretty. So that's why we always test stitch. So this is supposed to be fusible poly mesh. I don't have it, so we're gonna have to do that in another death match coming up. So this is 2 layers of Ultra Clean and Tear fusible. Ultra Clean and Tear fusible. I was gonna do just 2 layers of tearaway, but I thought let's make it more interesting and do the fusible. For anybody who has been around a little while, who is in stabilizer school and learning about stabilizers, you know that I love a fusible for embroidery because it makes our stabilizer and our fabric act as one when we hoop, and that's how we get this really nice hooping, perfectly flat design, and we aren't tempted to pull on the stabilizer. They look gorgeous. They look gorgeous. I love embroidery on quilting cotton for this reason, because it looks so flat and beautiful. Oh. Okay, so if we were sorry, if we were to put this into a quilt, now you get to decide. If it's a wall hanging, I'd leave the tearaway in there, so I bring this guy out every week. I'd leave the tearaway in there so that it was more supported and looked more flat and beautiful and sturdy. But if this is actually a quilt block to go actually in a quilt, you'll want to remove this Ultra Clean and Tear. Also because it's going to wash out. And it's not going to wash out as cleanly as like a wash away. So you want to remove it first. So I thought we could remove it together. It is a fusible, but it's a temporary fuse. That's part of the advantage of it. There is no stickiness left behind, so that's good. I'm going to just pull on it. If you are doing this, I would heat up the iron and then pull it away. It'll pull away easier. It's a temporary fuse. Let me see. OESD. Oh, I always go to OESD.com. It's so annoying. I want to make sure that I'm giving you the correct information here. Ultra Clean and Tear. So right now I'm trying to make sure that I'm giving you the correct information about Ultra Clean and Tear Fusible. A little bit of a plug moment. If this were happening for you, you could go into stabilizer school. I'm also going to be updating. I have a laundry list of things I want to get to you guys. I'm going to be updating the stabilizer school workbook so that the library of stabilizer knowledge is in the workbook, so that you can just print that out and just grab the sheet and read it. Okay, no, I know what I'm thinking of. The Ultra Clean and Tear Plus, this is Ultra Clean and Tear Fusible. The Ultra Clean and Tear Plus has a wash away adhesive. So we can talk about that a little more. So we go ahead and cleanly tear it away. Ultra Clean and Tear. They named it aptly. You support your stitches while you pull away. So none of this, just don't sit here and just yank at it. Don't do that. Once we get to our stitches, we support our stitches by pinching them, and we keep pulling away. Here's the deal. I was going to wash this as well. And then I realized if it's a quilt block, I should probably put it into a quilt, quilt it, and then wash it. It's not that useful without that part. So, because your stabilizer and your quilting will support this as well. Oh, look how beautifully it tears away. Oh, of course, this is hard to do. Let me get over here. I have a thread caught. I have a thread caught. It tears away so nice. Ultra Clean and Tear is amazing. Oh, Ultra Clean and Tear is amazing. It is beautiful. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous beast. You can also print out your blocks on it, your paper piecing blocks. And then when you tear it away like this, like I just did, it, oh, looks so good. Then when you tear it away, see all the stabilizer in here? It'll wash out. No going in there and getting all that paper out. Not doing it. Not doing it. So, oh, you guys know I didn't want to like this, right? I did not want to like this. She is beautiful. She is beautiful. I would, I want to take her over and press her with the OESD pressing cloth. OESD pressing cloth is absolutely something you should invest in. It's like $6. So there's no investment. It's incredible. But she's beautiful. You know I didn't want to like 2 layers of tear away. There are some things like here. But I don't think that is, I think that's like where she's folded. I think she's still really pretty. It looks really nice. Pressing will change that. That'll be in the blog post. So let's go over to my fusible woven. This is fusible woven. You can heat it back up and get rid of it. Don't do it. Even if it's a quilt, a wall hanging pillow, don't do it. It just leaves a nice bit of body to it, but it's not bad. Leave it in. This is a medium weight tear away. So we know it's not going to tear the same way as Ultra Clean and Tear. This is actually a tear away that they don't sell anymore. They used to have, this is Eco Tear. So this is made to be composted. If you know me, you know that's a big deal for me. Oh, it's pretty much just perforated. That's not so bad. I wonder if the other would have done that if it wasn't fusible. It's pretty much perforated, thanks to that satin stitch around the outside. Well, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, gorgeous. There are tails in here. If you are particular about this kind of stuff, you can go in and trim those away, but I am not. You know this about me. And it's going to go inside our quilt. Now that's beautiful. Oh. There's nothing weird about that. Nothing weird about that at all. And like I said, leave this in because it will just add nice drape and keep that body and that stabilization in there. So this is a cutaway. I think the cutaway, I don't think that we can judge it yet. I really like that Ultra Clean and Tear fusible. What do you think? Tell me what you think. Like, type in and let me know if you have a preference. I really like the Ultra Clean and Tear fusible. I think we'd have to just see what this does with pressing. I don't think it's going to be a problem. Oh, I ran out of my bobbin thread up there, so I wonder if it's because it's a little extra thickness. I was going to say, I wish I had my camera set up so that I could show you. We could press together, but I think the fusible woven just takes my heart. I just love it. It comes in white or black. I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with it. So Jenna said, what thread do you use? I use Isacord thread. On my faves list, you can find it there. Let's see. There are links to get Isacord thread individually, or that is an affiliate link, by the way. Individually, or do like I did and get like a 60 thread count. So what do you think? Do you have a preference? I mean, I just think fusible woven is so, it just looks so nice. Look how professional that looks. Can you imagine all your embroidery coming out like that? Just being so happy with it. That's the goal, right? I don't think you'd be once again, I don't think you'd be unhappy with this. It's funny because that's the one with the thread color we don't like as much either. So, I don't think you'd be unhappy with the second one, but this is just like, bam, the colors, the crispness. I'm gonna have to do something with that now. What the heck am I gonna do with it? Okay, last but not least, y'all. Also, if you're here watching, tell me what you think we should do in our next Stabilizer Mania. Stabilizer battle to the death. Okay. This one, I had a hard time choosing what I was going to do with this one. I knew I had bought these tank tops specifically for this. These are from Target. They're $5 from Target. I am in, I should probably put measurements somewhere. I should probably put measurements on my website somewhere. But this is an XXL. I'm like a 14-16. So these XXLs, cute tank tops. They are fairly see-through and drapey. Not see-through really, but it's not a very sturdy knit, you know, like a heavyweight knit. It's more of a lightweight knit. I knew that for this one, I wanted to do one layer of beige poly mesh. And then once it started stitching out, I knew what I had to do for this one. So this is the lipstick from the towels, right? From Tiny Treasures. And then there's this cute little mouth. So I thought we'll make it look like we're putting lipstick on. Because y'all know me. Brad made me get this lilac color. I didn't think I'd like it, but it's actually really cute. So this is one layer of beige poly mesh. This is a polyester mesh stabilizer. It's nice and soft. It's great for onesies because it's so soft. It's great for any anytime that the stabilizer, sorry, I'm going to move my mic closer. Anytime that the stabilizer is going to be close to your skin, you want to go with this. And I went with beige because I wasn't sure if the white, I knew not the black, but I wasn't sure if the white would show through. So there's that. There's that. And just, I went one layer because I had somebody telling me that I was over stabilizing when I used 2 layers of polyester mesh, poly mesh. Somebody was like, oh yeah, it's a lot of stabilization. And they didn't like the way I was stabilizing it. So I thought, okay, let's try one layer. And then once this stitched out, I knew that for this, we had to do 2 layers. I knew it because I wasn't the most happy with this. See that puckering right there? See that puckering right here? Now, this is where Sue's theory could really come into place, because this is stretch. This is why we have to be so careful when stretching, when hooping, because we have to be really careful that we aren't stretching as we lay it down, because then we stretch the fabric, we put our stitch design here, and then when those fibers go back together, it's automatically going to cause a pucker. You got to be careful. So I feel as if I was very careful when I hooped this. I hooped it with the poly mesh and then used spray based and then laid it down. I thought that I was really careful with it. I did not do, however, my usual double check immediately before I start stitching, where I kind of pick it up and put it right back down. I hold half of it, pick it up and put it down to make sure there is no stretch. So this could be user error. It could be. I still think it looks great. I will still wear it. I want to wash these, and I wash on cold and air dry, so I don't know if it's going to do anything. I don't know how much it actually matters. But I will do that for the blog post. She's still so cute. The back is nice. The poly mesh is super comfortable. I am a sensitive baby. I'm a very sensitive baby. So something like this could drive me up a wall. I was the kid who had to cut all the tags out of their clothes because it drove me nuts to feel that. And this doesn't bother me at all. Not even a little. I don't notice it. So here, I shouldn't have been wearing this. Here I added 2 designs from Tiny Treasures. This is from Tiny Treasures 2, and this is 2 designs from Tiny Treasures. And my little rainbow, and then my little love. It's so cute, so cute, so cute. This was 2 layers of the poly mesh. I have on like a sports bra, so hopefully I won't flash you, but hey, you know. This is 2 layers of poly mesh. I have cut this one a little closer. It's about 1/4 inch around or whatever. No problem. But I think it lays better. I think it looks so much better. Thank you. Yay. Thank you, Eileen. She said very cute. Like I said, I did this because this was an experiment that quickly turned into a spite experiment. Because I had somebody tell me I was stabilizing incorrectly, and I'm always happy to get correction, but I don't know that here's what I want to say about overstabilization. It's like the threat, and you've heard this rant before, it's like the threat of drinking too much water. You got a long ways to go before it's actually a problem. If this was 2 layers of heavyweight cutaway or something like that, if I was using a heavier stabilizer, then I'd worry about it. I'm not using that heavy of a stabilizer, so I'm not going to worry about it. I think it's worth the 2 layers of poly mesh to just know that this top that I purchased is going to look right. I think it's worth it. Freaking worth it to me. I did size down. I was originally going to do it in a oval hoop, so I did size down to try and save some stabilizer, but worth it. Do the 2 layers of poly mesh, I say. My cute little tank top. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So there we go. That's it. I think our winners, to recap our winners, for anybody who's like, that was a lot of words. 2 layers of poly mesh on our t-shirts. I would, disclaimer. This is what worked for, once again, why we need a blog post and a video that kind of breaks it down a little more. Because stitch counts matter. Stitch counts especially matter when we go into these blocks and things like that. Stitch counts absolutely matter. So just because 2 layers of tearaway worked here doesn't mean that if you choose another block, that 2 layers of tearaway is going to have as great of success. This was around 20,000 stitches, I think. So the blog post will have that information so that you can do all of the sizing up. Once again, I teach this in stabilizer school. If you aren't in stabilizer school, the stitch count matters. The stitch density matters more. How many stitches are here? If it's 20,000 stitches here, we have to stabilize that different than if it's 20,000 stitches in a full hooping, right? Like the full hoop is 20,000 stitches. And what kind of stitches are there? Especially when we're looking at things like this hummingbird. This is like a satin stitch, right? But all these others are running stitches. So if there's never a satin stitch, if it doesn't do something as dense as this heart or anything like that, we're going to stabilize differently. So that's just my little note. You learn how to handle these things in stabilizer school. Don't take stitch count as gospel, though. I will say that. Stitch count isn't as important as stitch density. How many stitches per square inch or whatever. Okay, so let's recap now that I've talked your ear off. On our t-shirt, remember, cutaway for stretch, cutaway for stretch, cutaway for stretch. I want you to repeat this to yourself. So we have our poly mesh cutaway, 2 layers. I think that wins. This is only like 3,000 stitches each too. So 2 layers is way too much stabilization, but it looks nice. And if you have a ready to wear item, let's over stabilize and make sure it's done right. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. That was 1 layer of poly mesh. I think it's the loser. I think the winner is 2 layers of poly mesh, double checking that we are, yes, cut away for stretch. Yes, Susan, cut away for stretch. I don't remember what I was saying. There we go. 2 layers of poly mesh wins for stretch. Wonderful. Then we have our quilt blocks. We had 2 layers of ultra clean and tear fusible. Da-da-da. Looks like there might be a little something going on there. Maybe not. We will know in the blog post. As I press this out, I still think this would look great and be a great quilt block. 2 layers of ultra clean and tear fusible, which is, it's a fusible, but it comes off, doesn't leave any residue. It's all good. Beautiful. I think once you came in here with quilting, especially if you've stretched it on a frame or anything like that, you'd be thrilled. You'd be thrilled. It'd be beautiful. You'd quilt out any pucker. You'd be very happy. But I say the fusible woven and the 1 layer of tearaway, take the cake. Gorgeous. Leave your fusible woven in there. It does come in black or white. I have heard it doesn't really matter all that much. Oh, Lynette, hi. I was wondering. I was going to message you directly, and I forgot until we got started. So here we go. Fusible woven. I think that's the winner. It looks so good. If that's in a quilt, if that's on a wall hanging, if that's in a pillow, you're going to be freaking happy with that. Okay, and last but not least, we have our 3 towels. I can tell by the backs of them. We have cutaway, which is a beautiful, this was a sticky cutaway. She is a beautiful beast. Then we had, let me check the back. Then we had our tearaway, stable stick tearaway. She looks fine. Oh, we'll show, this is the back of the cutaway. The back of the tearaway. Sticky tearaway. And then the Ultra Clean and Tear Plus. So that is Ultra Clean and Tear from OESD. You can only get Ultra Clean and Tear through OESD. I don't think anybody else has a product like it. I don't think so. Da-da-da. A little bit of distortion in the design, tiniest bit, but the back, ooh, she's a beauty. Goodness. God, you gotta love that. That is pretty. That is pretty. So Ultra Clean and Tear plus one for the towels. One for the towels. And you know I didn't want to like tearaway. You know I wanted all cutaways to win. You know it. You know it. I know it. Why would we not be honest about this? Yeah, this is not infallible. Do you want to see what's in my pocket? Dog poop bags. This is not infallible, as Sue mentioned. I mean, there is fabric to fabric. Maybe nothing's wrong with this, but the dye makes it different. There's things like that. Maybe I just hooped it badly. There's always that. You want to be careful. I always shoot, like I said, for a little overstabilized, particularly when I'm doing something on ready to wear, or something I've made. This is the final step, right? Then I definitely want to err on the side of overstabilization because, yeah. I have purchased some quilting blocks, embroidery patterns, which I haven't tried yet. What would you suggest as stabilizer on cotton fabric? So, this, I forgot to mention, this is just cotton fabric. This is quilting cotton. It looks like there's a texture to it, but that's because it's Cotton Shot is the line. It's by Amanda Murphy. So I actually have a couple others right here. So these are all from the same line. They're a line of blenders. And this one looks like it might be denim or something like that, but it's not. It is straight up quilting cotton. Straight up quilting cotton. There's just a nice texture to it. So I would suggest the fusible woven and a tearaway stabilizer. That's what I suggest, just like we did here. Fusible woven and a tearaway stabilizer. If it is fusible woven and tearaway stabilizer, by the way, are what you do on tiling scenes as well. Yes. So it's a lot of stabilization, but when we remove that tearaway, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. If we leave the tearaway in there, then we can make this really nice, rigid wall hanging. If we remove that stabilizer, it still might be a little rigid with the 2 layers. But my point is to illustrate the fact that we could do this 1 layer of tearaway, fusible woven, get it right out of there, gorgeous, or the 2 layers, a little more stabilization for bigger blocks, and then choose if you keep them or get rid of them. Ultra Clean and Tear would also be really great behind this because then all that tearaway would get out of there. Wait, so it might disintegrate over time, but not as cleanly or as quickly as the Ultra Clean and Tear will. So Delina, I do have the fusible woven link in the description. I can put it here if you want me to. I think that, you know, on the list of things that I am trying to get out to you guys, this San Pellegrino, if you like San Pellegrino, is so delicious. Blood orange and black raspberry. So I think the store is going to change online. I think I'm going to make it a little easier for you to see exactly what stabilizers are available through Tough Kitten Crafts. Become kind of a storefront for OESD. So we're going to see how that works, in what ways that works out. It's still, at this point, it will still be sending you to OESD, but it'll feel more like you're shopping on my site. We got a plan. We are going to be doing a embroider along. That's the end of the information I have. We're going to be doing an embroider along. I'm super excited about it. It will be something where you can do a wall hanging, a table topper, a wall hanging table topper, a placemat, a pillow, right? Like we'll do a block, and we'll do a block or 3 blocks or 4 blocks, and you can decide if you want to do 4 blocks or 24 blocks, right? Do you want to just do, and not that this is exactly what we're doing, because I think we need some more skills in there, but do you want a table topper or a wall hanging, or are you ready to go for a full quilt? So we'll make it customizable. I want there to be a couple special skills in there like applique. So planning that right now. Yeah, Stabilizer School is open till the 24th. If you want to get into Stabilizer School, do it now, because if you, no, Stabilizer School is open. Stabilizer School is open now. I want to be honest about that. But if you buy before the 24th, you will get the 3 free classes that are coming up. I know there was something I wanted to tell you. Check me out on Instagram. There's something else, but I don't remember what. So, you know, there's a laundry list of, oh, yeah. No, that's it. There's a laundry list of things that I have in the works for you. Oh, new, these are things I have to write down. I have a new beginner's guide coming out to getting started. I don't know if I have any beginners here, but everybody is welcome to have it, even if you're not a beginner. New beginner's guide coming out. Ah, there it is. There it is. I have decided that I have decided that instead of adding hooping to Stabilizer School, I am going to make a free class on hooping. It will be in the same platform as Stabilizer School, so you can just click over to there. But I wanted it to be free so that it's something I can reference over and over again without people having to have a purchase there. So yeah, that's going to be coming out. Like I said, I have a laundry list of things. And a laundry list of Bernina things happening. So they're coming. I'm working on them. They're coming out. Keep your eyes peeled. I'm super excited. I think that's it, everybody. I am done. I didn't eat dinner before this, so I'm going to go eat dinner, which is a late dinner for me. I never eat. Oh, it's really late. It's 9 o'clock. For some reason, I thought it was 8 o'clock, but we started at 8 o'clock. But I'm just going to do a little, I'm going to chat a second longer. If you have any questions, get them in now, and then we're going to be done. And then we all set. Oh, I have to get out I changed my, you're welcome, Susan. Susan said she is a beginner. She's excited about this stuff. So thank you so much. Let me know if you have any questions. Then we'll peace out. Oh, I have to get up I did some rearranging. That was the other announcement. I did some rearranging of the schedules coming out of what's coming up for classes. So I'll get those up. I know that there's nothing right now. So I'll get those up in the next day or so. So you know what's happening in these wonderful classes. Francie Joe said, boy, when I started, there were not as many choices. I know. And that's the good and bad thing about brands like OESD, right? Who are developing new products when they see we could make this better. So Then you get the Ultra Clean and Tears and the Ultra Clean and Tear Plus and just all these different things. So it can be a pain in the butt because you don't want to keep learning it, but you know I got you. Pew, pew, pew. In Stabilizer School, there is a whole segment called Stabilizer Library where I say, this is what Ultra Clean and Tear does. This is what medium weight tearaway does. This is what this does. And I talk you through it. And like I said, I'm adding to the workbook. You definitely want the workbook, I think, because I'm not good at notes. So if you're fine at taking notes, maybe you don't need it. I like help with notes. So with the workbook, I'm going to add it where you can just print it out. And it'll say, this is what Ultra Clean and Tear does. This is what Polymesh does. This is what fusible Polymesh does. So, and this is what it's good for. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go eat. This is very late dinner. I'm more of a, come on, you can focus. Okay. I'm more of an early bird special kind of person. So I hope to see you in Stabilizer School. I hope to see you on Instagram, in the Facebook group, here on YouTube, all the places. I love y'all. I love y'all. Bye. Bye, bye, bye.